We made it just in time to get here for the heat race. Oh boy, this is going to be a amazing race for the B-Main Bandits. This is week 5 action. As we get into heat race number 1, we do have Mr. Kyle O'Donnell on the front row. P1. John O'Brien to his outside. Andrew Thornton will be in third with Aiden Price to his outside for row number 2. And then younger brother Austin Thornton and Dennis Hawley will round out the field of 6 for heat race number 1. Well, Richie, good luck, buddy. You're going to have fun with this. Pace truck lights are out, guys. We will be getting going here momentarily. Already rooting for that Hawley kid there in the back. Greatest number in the league, 51. Cannot believe someone else is running that. Great to see it. As we are green here at Lanier. Andrew Thornton making a huge move into P1. Getting up on that high side. You have Price and O'Donnell side by side for P2. With John O'Brien right behind. He's looking for his first podium of the season. Heat race or feature. It'd be great to see him up there. We are hearing from the drivers that this track is very greasy tonight and is not what they want to see. But they're having a little bit of fun. These guys are able to tune their setup. Aiden Price does jump to the lead. Kyle O'Donnell working that low side. The only one doing what he normally doesn't do is Andrew Thornton up running the top, but he's losing spots rapidly. You know he wants to get back to the bottom, and there he goes, looking under Kyle O'Donnell once again as Aiden Price has checked out for heat race number 1. He is now almost to a 2-second lead over Thornton, who is able to get back around O'Donnell. Working that bottom. O'Brien right on O'Donnell's bumper, trying to get that last podium position. It will be white flag next time round. It's like this track might be a one groove wonder tonight. Everybody is running that bottom until they can burn that off. They will be on the bottom, and maybe with these underpowered midgets, we'll see them go up to the top. Aiden Price will walk to an easy victory with Andrew Thornton behind him, Kyle O'Donnell, John O'Brien, Dennis Hawley, and Austin Thornton rounding out the field. And we will immediately jump into heat race number 2. Your favorite non-dirt driver is Mr. Richie Joplin, starting on the pole out of Hudson, North Carolina. Dan Dixon from over on the other side of the pond, another one of our UK drivers, showing up once again. Had a great showing last week in the non-wings, and here he goes in the midgets. Inside of row number 2 is Joey Smith, actually showing up this week. Great job, buddy. Glad your wife allowed you to be out here tonight. And to his outside is Wonderboy Jackson McClain out of Paris, Tennessee. Jackson is always fast, so look for him to be the favorite in heat race number 2. Then it goes to Ross McLaughlin. Stumbling over myself here a little bit, guys. But Ross McLaughlin will be P5 with Scott Thomason out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, who hasn't gridded yet. We'll hopefully see him jump back out here. That will round out your field for heat race number 2. So only 4 cars did take to the grid. You have Dan Dixon and Scott Thomason missing the gridding process. That will move Jackson McLean up to the front row to the outside of Richie Joplin. Can he get a great jump and get out here to try to get a great victory in heat race number 2, putting him in a great spot for the 30-lap feature tonight. As they are green, Richie takes it to the top, but Jackson running that dominant low line, starting to pull away, and he's trying to be followed by Joey Smith, but Richie is giving him hell on that top side, that mid groove. But Joey does pull away. Ross McLaughlin right behind Richie. Ross hitting that outer wall with that right rear. Not what you want to see with these open wheel cars. Dixon and Thomason still not on the track. Do not think they are going to be out here for heat race number 2. Hopefully we see them in the main event. Wonder Boy has gone out to almost a 1.5-second lead over Joey Smith, followed by Richie Joplin and Ross McLaughlin. Currently, it looks like we have almost a 1.5 seconds between the top 3 guys on either side, as they're just cruising, getting some practice laps for the feature, hoping to dial it in. And maybe these guys start looking towards the feature and seeing that the bottom is going to be slicked off with this many cars. We did get into session too late to see exactly how many they will have for the feature, but we will find out momentarily. Currently, we have 12. We might have a 3rd heat race tonight here at Lanier. And as we wind down the laps for heat race number 2, let's go take a look at our point standings. White flag is out. Jackson McLean. Whoa, SDK might have had some issues here, but it looks like Jackson McLean does go to a easy victory. And off to the 3rd heat race of the night. These guys have 18 cars in the field currently. On pole will be David Davidson. Great to see these guys coming over from the UK to run with the B-Main Bandits. Always great to see the diversity of these fields. Everybody loves dirt racing all around the world, and this is showing it. And to his outside, you have one of the fastest guys on dirt, Mr. Wade Fields out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana. And his sponsor is Indy Race Parts Esports. You know he's serious. Row number 2 will be Ryan Paget to the inside with Jamie Miles, another one of our UK drivers, to his outside. And rounding out heat race number 3 will be Dusty Fincher and Ron Quincell getting out here and getting dirty in the midget. You normally only see him on the asphalt side. These are 8-lap heat races, guys. Quick around these small tracks like this. And guys have kept it fairly clean as we are green flag racing once again. We have David Davidson holding off the low line currently. Paget is following him. You might start seeing the bottom line losing grip. You'll see these guys start going up to the high line as we are side by side for the lead between Fields and Davidson. Fields is still on the bottom. Give it to him that time. Davidson doing everything he can as we are 4 wide coming out at 2. Something has to give. And it looks like Dusty Fincher will be the one to back out of it. Miles, in that 4 wide situation on the bottom, comes out the best, working his way up to 2nd place. Paget still on the outside, trying to throw that slider line, but not gaining much traction. Will allow Dusty Fincher to take the podium spot that time around. You're starting to see the track wear out and slicking off. These guys are going to start searching for grip in other places. As that time around, they will get more single file. Paget working the bottom that time. David Davidson trying to chase him down, and Ron Quincell is holding on, just happy to be out here. Great to see him. Wade Fields, with 2 to go, has worked almost out to a 2-second lead. Jamie Miles is trying to track him down, but does not have enough time, I do not believe, without a major bobble from Fields. Paget now securely in the 3rd spot. White flag. Give heat race number 3 to the dirt ringer, Mr. Wade Fields. Jamie Miles comes in 2nd with Ryan Paget, Dusty Fincher, David Davidson, and Ron Quincell rounding out the field. And just like that, we are into our 30-lap feature tonight. On the pole is Mr. Richie Joplin. To his outside, Kyle O'Donnell. Inside row 2 is Jamie Miles from the UK with Joey Smith. Racing out of Houston, Texas, to his outside. League owner Andrew Thornton will be in 5th with Wade Fields to his outside for row number 3. Jackson McLean comes in 7th after the invert, and he'll be looking to make his way up very quickly with Aiden Price to his outside. John O'Brien and Ryan Paget are row number 5 with Ross McLaughlin and John O'Brien. Dustin Fincher will be row number 6. Then you'll have Dennis Hawley, John O'Brien, Dusty Fincher, David Davidson, Austin Thornton, Ron Quincell, all at the back of this 16-car field. Pace truck is off. And just like that, we are racing here at Lanier. Chaos in the midgets. We have multiple cars in the back trying to find any line. They are keeping it clean so far. Got a little bit of beating and banging, and just as we say that, we do have our first yellow of the night. You knew it was not going to last for long. It's like John O'Brien is involved. John working that top side. So you see the contact between the 50 and it looks like the 51. John just has nowhere to go as Joey is trying to catch his car. Unfortunate for John O'Brien as he was having a great race. Great start to this race. Now again, guys, caution laps do not count. We will go single file for all dirt restarts with the V-Main Bandits. And that man right there, Mr. Kyle O'Donnell out of the UK, will lead them to the green flag. Behind him, he will have Jackson McLean already up 5 spots. Jamie Miles is up into 3rd with Richie Joplin in 4th, dropping 3. Paget made great moves on the initial start, and he is currently up 3 positions. And Then it'll be Aiden Price, Andrew Thornton, Wade Fields, and Ross McLaughlin, your top 10. Pace truck is off, and Kyle does fire. Seems a little early, but gets a great jump. The rest of the field just trying to catch him. Jackson still riding that low line. Just masterfully jumps into the lead. Let's take a ride with Wonder Boy. It's always great to see him out here on the dirt side. As you can see the finesse it takes for these midgets to run that low line. Getting way out of the gas, never really going full throttle. As he has the wheel almost turned all the way to the right. And oh no, we are back under yellow again. Looks like Dusty Fincher might have had some issues here. Let's go see what happened with Dusty. So working that low line. Oh, the 51 just taps the wall. Dusty does a 360, sticks the landing. But it is enough to get a caution out of it. Next time by the line, our software will update here, and it looks like Jackson McLean will be your leader. Kyle O'Donnell right behind him has been strong all night. Aiden Price, Jamie Miles, and Ryan Paget, your top 5. These midgets are raring to go. As pace truck is off, Jackson will lead them to the green. And we are green once again here at Lanier. 25 laps to go. Jackson gets a great jump over Aiden Price. Oh, we have contact between the 22. Oh no, we are back under yellow again. Let's go back and try to see if we can see what happened. We had an incident at the front here, but we also had one in the back. It was Mr. Kyle O'Donnell. Let's go back and take a look. Kyle working that top side. Just contact with the 22. Slides up right in front of Andrew, and chaos ensues behind. See Richie Joplin getting flipped up on his lid there. Oh, can he get back over? Does not look like it. So we will re-rack them once again here at Lanier and get ready to go back racing. The names to watch currently for the points championship, only up by 2, is Mr. Andrew Thornton. Jackson McLean has gained ground on him, sitting 2 points behind him. Austin Thornton moves up into 3rd with Ryan Paget and Richie Joplin right behind them. Got a great points battle between the top 2. Jackson currently out front. Can he stay in front of Andrew Thornton and keep his lead? Only time will tell. 23 laps to go at the line. Jackson making great moves. See John O'Brien up top. So many of these little midgets out on the track at the same time. These guys can't get single filed out. They have to be searching and getting any type of grip that they can. This is the battle for 8th between all these guys. See some contact there. Andrew Thornton is looking low. like on David Davidson, he has to get that slider line. Guys are getting aggressive. The track's slicking off and becoming more racy. He will lose ground. Might have some damage. More contact. That's one of the UK drivers. Looks like David Davidson. As once again, contact in the back. Just mayhem all over this track tonight. Go back and look. That was Dusty Fincher. I am sorry, Mr. Davidson. Dusty Fincher was involved in that contact with Mr. Thornton. You see the contact there. Then you have the other younger brother coming in and feeds him the right rear as well. Both of them go around. They keep it up on all four wheels. And go back and take a look at Mr. Fincher there. He ate a Thornton sandwich for breakfast or for dinner for him. Maybe it's breakfast for those guys over there. I don't think they're that far ahead of us here in Washington. Still not a good time for Mr. Fincher. Getting ganged up on by the two halves of the retard brothers. They will line back up single file once again. 19 laps to go at the line. Jackson McLean still leads, followed by Aiden Price and Ryan Paget. And look who's worked his way up into fourth, Mr. Joey Smith. You see Aiden Price just ripping that wall. He drugged that right rear against the wall and was able to get underneath Ryan Paget. What a move to get back into second. Or does he have anything for McLean? Paget looking high. And we are back under yellow again. Looks like something in the back of the pack between Ross McLaughlin, Kyle O'Donnell, and John O'Brien. Let's go ahead and ride along with Ross here. Just trying to make moves to get around and make his way up. Andrew Thornton just slides a little too hard. Contact and just nowhere to go for half the field. It's like everybody will get back going, but that does bring out another yellow. 3 laps under green will bring them to 16 laps to go when we take the green flag from Barney once again. The other thing to watch right now is these guys do have open setups for the dirt side. Did they put enough fuel? Can they save enough fuel to make it the full 30 laps with all these pace laps? That will be something to watch here later on in the race. Everyone catching up to go single file. Pace truck in this time around. And Jackson fires, cutting low once again. Barney is waving, saying, let's go, guys. We have a race to do. Jackson still committing to that low side, finding grip. Aiden Price right in his tire tracks. Joey Smith has a fight with Ryan Paget and Wade Fields for the final spot. Is once again just chaos. Go back and watch Mr. Wade Fields. We watched it live. It's like Paget just gets too sideways. Fields has nowhere to go. Knocks him down into Thornton. And once again, we are back under caution. Fields is still up there. Looks like Mr. Ryan Paget has dropped back to 10th. Paget's been fast all night, so we'll see how he can do working his way through this field. 15 laps to go at the line. Jackson McLean is still your leader, followed by Price, Smith, Fields, and Davidson, your top 5. Oh, and we have Calamity behind. As that will put us back under yellow. Let's go back and see what exactly happened. As we have a whole bunch of red saying these guys did wreck. Try to see if we can determine who is the cause. Right along here with the 021 of Mr. David Davidson. Guys, checking up here. It looks like Thornton and one of the other UK drivers. I can't really tell from the paint. Guys just checking up and not giving enough time to re-rack them and get single file. Jackson is right on the pace truck. But you see those gaps? That is not what you want when you are running one of these races, especially when it's 1 to go. These guys should be nose to tail, ready to fire. Pace truck is off. Jackson McLean will go once again. As Aiden Pierce jumps immediately to the high side. Can he get anything to work? Trying to do his impression of the watermelon crawl. As he's just ripping that wall. Joey Smith sits solidly in third, but he has Wade Fields and David Davidson on him. If any of them can get some momentum, they will give Fat Man Charlie Sheen a run for his money for that final podium spot. So far, still green. Great racing all around. Andrew Thornton trying to work his way back up. Currently P8. He's looking on McLaughlin there. Running that lower line, trying to get underneath him, and he will into 1 and 2. But now he's got the younger brother to worry about as contact once again brings out the caution. We watched it live, but Andrew throws a great move down underneath Davidson. And Davidson just trying to cross him over and gain any momentum. That might have been net code. There might have been some contact, but not what you want to see for Andrew. He is not going to be happy with that one. We are going to have 11 laps to go once Barney waves that green flag again. Did you guys see Mr. Jackson McLean riding around here? You can see the dark spots on the track. There is 2 different shades. You see up there right around the top, that very dark, gravelly looking dirt, that is the cushion. That's what these guys are kicking up there. They want to put their right rear right on that, and that allows them to put more power down around the top. And then down below, you see that the different shades on the actual track. Those are the slick spots on the track that these guys are trying to avoid. You do not want to get your tires in that under acceleration. It is not going to be a good time for you. Pace truck is in. We will go back green. Jackson will lead them into turn 1. Still committed to the low side. Pierce just sends it up on the top, as you can see exactly what we're talking about. He's wanting to put that right rear right on that cushion. That way he can stay full throttle the whole way around. And he's trying to do everything he can to get around Jackson, but he has the advantage so far. We have another crash. It's like Ross McLaughlin and Jamie Miles are involved. Oh, McLaughlin just has nowhere to go. The 22 car just got sideways, maybe with some contact, and created a great roadblock. Track promoters might want to start using that instead of walls next time, because these midgets are making amazing roadblocks for these guys tonight. As we run, it is McLean, Price, Smith, your top 3. Fields and Austin Thornton will round out the top 5. Andrew Thornton has worked his way up into 6th, followed by John O'Brien, McLaughlin, and Davidson, with the rest of the now 16-car field. Looks like they are at least 1 lap down due to going in and getting their fast repairs. Aiden Price will snug up to Jackson McLean's bumper. We are back under green once again. Price doing the same thing. He tries going up to that high side, tries gaining that momentum. Will it work this time? They are side by side going into 3. But give it to Jackson McLean that time around. Wade Field sets his sight on Joey Smith. Wade working the top, Joey on the bottom. And look who has joined the party. It is points leader Andrew Thornton. You know, he has his sights set on Wonder Boy up there. He's watching Wonder Boy and Aiden fight it out. Jackson tries a slider line, does not work. Give Price the lead for the first time tonight. That drops Jackson 1 spot closer to Andrew. Joey Smith still riding that bottom, trying to get around Jackson now. Wade in the middle, running a slider line. He has to fight from Andrew Thornton. Austin Thornton still trying to be in here, but with 5 laps to go, don't know if he can catch older brother Andrew. Some great racing for these podium spots. You have Jackson, Joey, Wade, and Andrew all fighting to see who's going to come out and come talk with us tonight. Wade throws the slider on Jackson. Can he get it done? No, he can't. That time round, give it a second to Jackson. Joey and Andrew touch. 3 laps to go. 2 to go at the line. Aiden Price is loving this as he's running that top and being able to work to a 1-second gap now. Jackson and Wade working that top. Joey and Andrew on the bottom. What line is going to be dominant tonight? We will see. White flag is out. It's going to be a drag race to the finish, but who is going to be the winner? We have the low, the slider, and the top. Going into 3 and 4, it's Joey on the bottom in second. Aiden Price will get the win. Give second to Joseph Smith. And third to Jackson McLean. Followed by Wade Fields, Austin Thornton, John O'Brien, David Davidson, and Andrew Thornton. What happened to Andrew there at the end? Go back and take a quick little look before we start talking with our top 3. Andrew tries to throw the slider, loses all semblance of talent. Buddy, that's embarrassing. He will drop spots. He will be 5 spots behind Jackson McLean. He may be conceding his points lead tonight. All right, guys. And just like that, we are through the feature. Let's go ahead and see who we have in Discord here. I know we always have him. He lost it tonight, but it is Mr. Wonderboy. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, all right.
What happened in the waning laps there? You seemed committed to the bottom all night long.
Uh,
Did it just go away, or were you kicked off your line?
I heard Aiden coming up behind me on the top, and my car was falling off. I didn't have a lot of rear weight, so I tried to move up to see if I could block him off, and he got around me before I could get up there, and so I just kind of fell back from there.
So, do you think there was any way you could have committed to the bottom and maybe have held it off?
I don't think I could have held Aiden off on the bottom. I think I could have stuck up there for a second place, but you can't win if you don't try. So the only way I could try was moving around a little bit.
Oh, I don't blame you. Trying to find speed is definitely always the way to go. But you should have the points lead. You were only 2 points behind Andrew coming in. And despite his best efforts, he lost all talent there at the end. Drops back 5 spots into 8th. The only downside to this is look who you let around you.
Yeah, no, I'm disappointed in myself. Don't worry. I'll get him. I'll get him in the asphalt race. Don't worry about it.
If you can, at least turn him right.
That's the plan.
All right, great run tonight, buddy. You should have
All right.
the points championship going into Dover. We'll see you then.
All right, see you.
And just like that, we have the admin of the B-Main Bandits, the casual part-timer that has to get permission from his wife, Mr. Joey Smith, in second place tonight.
That was a hell of an introduction. Thank you.
Well, we have to go through and give you shit for your decisions last week. You chose 2 of the most difficult tracks. You had to have those on the schedule, and then you don't even have the gall to show up for them.
Sounds like I made the smart decision.
Really, I wouldn't say that. But you were able to do exactly what Jackson did, and you committed to the bottom all night long, and you were able to get around him there at the end. It always great to pass Wonder Boy. Was there any way you might have been able to get up there and try to compete for a win?
Honestly, I would have to say no. The only reason I didn't have enough talent or setup to run the top, and I figured they got to move me for run the bottom. So I just stuck with what worked and let them mess up, which is what happened.
Well, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And hey, you got a podium out of it. You got second place. Great run tonight.
Definitely, thank you.
All right, guys. And with that, we have your winner tonight, Mr. Aiden Pierce. Aiden, it's Ed up here in the booth. You got me?
Yep.
Hey, Aiden. So, great battling with Jackson there. You were one of the first guys to really jump up to the top and make it work. Was there any doubt that late in the race you were going to be able to hit the high side and go hit the wall as much as you do and do the watermelon crawl all the way around Lanier?
I knew from the start it'd move up, so I figured I'd have to do it. But we had this M9 setup car rolling on this track. I know when he slid me, I had to stay above him and could not cut down because you just buzz your tires in that slick patch there and screws you. So I was like, might as well try and drive around him.
Well, it is, if I believe right, this is your first win with the B-Main Bandits. At least the first one we have broadcasted here on Warlord Gaming. Great win. Always amazing to get around Jackson McLean, one of the fastest guys here, and now our current points leader. Are we going to see you out here more, and are we going to see you on the asphalt side as well?
You'll definitely probably see me back, but definitely not the asphalt side of things for sure. Maybe one race, but
all right,
not sure.
Before we let you go, is there any sponsors, supporters out there you want to shout out? I apologize.
Sorry there.
Yeah.
I accidentally lit it. WR1 Stem Chassis, that's what I used. A big thanks to them. M9 Setups, Slick Race Graphics for the sick wrap, and everyone else who helps.
Well, great run tonight. Great win. We'll hopefully see you out here again with the B-Main Bandits.
Yeah, thank you.
So, guys, kind of a little bit of a scuffed intro. the guys watching on the live stream. It's been a rough week for me here with Warlord Gaming. Not going to get into too much details, but we were able to get here just in time for the heat races. Now, I do want to say we're no longer on just Twitch. This is on Twitch and YouTube. So we will no longer have just the replays on YouTube. We will be live on YouTube as well. So we are working on integration for Facebook. That will be coming next week. We should have that up by this Friday with the Open Wheel Outlaws. Let's be able to go see on 3 platforms. Whatever you want to watch, come on out here. We are going to accommodate. Come watch some great racing from the B-Main Bandits. That was race 1 of week 5. We are officially at the halfway point. We are 10 races in. Let's get to the next one here momentarily right here on Warlord Gaming. We will be back with the Silver Crowns at Dover. See you then.